Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts. Sorry I'm a day late. I had that stupid migraine yesterday and I woke up kind of early morning and took some medicine and I went back to sleep. And when I woke up, it was just about 8 o'clock. So I was like, there's no way I could do it. And I was still kind of a little rum-dum from the medication. But anyhow, today we are going to make this card box with some mini 3x3 cards. And we're actually making 6 of them. And we're using the Textured Note stamp set and Botanical Textures Designer Series paper, which is a black and white paper if you like it. But I am going to add some color to some of them. So I was gonna color these, but again, I'm just so all over the place because I haven't been able to get it. And a reminder, tomorrow I start my BOGO sale. And how my BOGO sale works is I'll post pictures here on my Facebook page of the retired Stampin' Up! Products I have. If you want it, you claim sold underneath it. And then what you do is you just purchase, so say it's a $45 bundle. And then what you do is you go to my online store, place a $45 order, and then I'll ship you the free retired products. You will pay the shipping on that. But I mean, it's a win-win. I clean out my craft room and you guys get double for what you get double for what you're paying. So that's tomorrow and it'll last till the 6th. And I will try and send everything out by the 6th, 7th. I'll try and stay on top of it. So anyhow, again, we're using the Textured Notes. We're going to be using the, all my paper just fell. The Spotlight on Nature dies. Of course, my favorite Stylish Shape dies. I already told you the Designer Series paper. Now I have to pick up my paper that fell. My cardstock all fell. So I wanted to use, the neutral. So we're going to use basic black for our cards, smoky slate, and then our box is going to be basic gray. And then these are all like our insides. So let's go ahead and start with the box, basic gray, because the cards are pretty easy to go together. We are going to color some of them, and we're going to blend some of them. So our box is 9 1/4. I've been so busy getting that 9 1/4 by 5 1/4, that BOGO sale together. I've been taking so many pictures. I have a lot of stuff. So we're going to score on the long side at 1 inch, 4 1/4 inch, 5 1/4, and 8 1/2. So let me repeat that. 1, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, 8 1/2. And then now we're going to turn it to the short side and we're going to score it at 1 and 4 1/4. And I'm sure I've pretty much probably made this box several times before. Like I always say, I'm always recreating boxes, and I've probably used the exact same box before for something or another. I should be using my bone folder on these lines because we want some nice crisp lines. And I'm actually using my new bone folder. Look, my friend Laura, if you guys remember her gift to me, it was the Onstage Raleigh, March 2025. Okay, so, oops, my thing got stuck. So now this section is smaller than this one. This is only like 3/4 of an inch, and this should be an inch. So the 3/4 inch, this is going to be the top of your box. So we're going to cut these at an angle. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm pretty sure I am. I always question myself. Do you guys notice that? Especially when I have a lot of things going on. And then we're just going to cut up all the score lines on the long side. And remember, you can get the make and take packet for all of these projects when you spend $35 in my online store. That will not be part of the BOGO though, so just know that. You know what, I'm going to angle. These kind of don't have to be. They're going on the inside, but I like to because I feel like my score lines are not always the greatest. I guess I have glue on my scissors because the paper keeps sticking to it. Okay. All right. So now, easy peasy, we're going to get my glue. Grab my little clips. And we're going to glue these 4 tabs to the inside, like so. And I think I forgot to cut my corners over there. Those ones I like to angle because they go on the inside. But we still have time. Y'all having good weather? Oh my gosh. Our weather is so crazy. I can't decide how to dress half of the time. Last week I was able to wear shorts a couple of days, but now today I have a sweatshirt on, or a sweater. And okay, so now these ones I like to cut at an angle because they're gonna go on the inside. And I can't cut because my clip is right there. This is probably where I got glue on my scissors. Okay, so we're gonna cut a piece of DSP for that. But I think we'll do all our other cutting. Just let this glue for a little bit, or dry for a little bit, because we got a lot of cutting to do. Okay, so for our card bases, like I told you, we're gonna use, like I haven't got it stuck to me, basic black and smoky slate. So these are all gonna be 3 by 6. So what I did is I cut my short side at 6, and then I went 3, 3, and 3. So you'll get 3 cards out of one sheet of cardstock. And we're gonna do this again with our smoky slate. So again, 6, and then go 3, 3, and 3. And you know what? These make nice little gifts for coworkers. And it's also nice to keep in your desk at work, because then all of a sudden you need a card. You have one, even though it's a tiny card. So we're going to score these in half now at 3. Even though it's a tiny card, it's still a card. And you can use whatever sentiments. If you have just a sentiment stamp set, go ahead and use whatever. You know, you need happy birthday, you need congratulations, get well. This stamp set is pretty much, you know, appreciation, thank you, and 3. So now what did I do? Oops. So now I cut my designer series paper, and we are using, try to die cut some stuff. So we're gonna use these 3 patterns on our cards. So we're gonna cut them in We're going to cut them at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So these are probably already 2 7/8, yes, by 2 7/8. And then now another 2 7/8. So you're going to cut 2 pieces from this because we're going to use this side and this side. And then again, this is 2 7/8. And so let's cut it at 2 7/8. And then again, 2 7/8. And we're using those two. So we're just using the reverse on each of them. This should be 2 7/8. Make sure. By 2 7/8. And I believe I got 4 out of one strip of 2 7/8. So it's like 2 7/8 by 12, and then I got 4. I was able to cut 4 squares. Does that make sense? Now this one is the top of the box, and I don't think I did that measurement. You will get the PDF if you get the make and takes. So this is 3 1/4. So I'm going to do 3 1. It should be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Yeah. So 3 1/8, which this might already be cut to 3 1/8. It is by 3 1/8. So this one is our box lid. So that's this pattern. And there's the back. But we're going to use this one. If you like black and white, this designer paper, oh my goodness. My trimmer just fell. It's almost like every week I drop something, don't I? All right, so we're actually not going to add any color to this one. This is just going to be our black and white lid. I moved it because I like the way the leaves are going this way. Okay. I'm going to grab my trimmer since I dropped it. And it fell apart. Oh my goodness. Like, what did I do? This just goes back in here. Or now it goes this way. Did I break it? I might have broke my trimmer. Oh my goodness, I think I did. I broke my trimmer. Okay. Well, let's hope I don't need that anymore because my scoring blade went somewhere too. Okay, so we are going to use to the point punch, and I'm just going to punch this out, and we are going to stamp. Where is our, I have a lot of ink, Smoky Slate, and we're going to use this little set of leaves here. It's not going to fit all the way on, but just right across the center, so it's nice and light. Smoky Slate's a light color, and we're just going to put thank you. So this is like, you know, a little thank you hostess gift or whatever, and memento. And I don't want to tie my ribbon on this yet because we want to put our cards in it. So I'm going to put this aside, but that's going to go like so. So let's do all our cards. So let me see. Let me do, where's all my black ones? The black base. Okay. So this one here is going to go on this one. And I'm going to, I'll color it after because I don't want to keep you guys forever. I mean, I'm going to color some of it to show you, but probably won't color the whole card. Or maybe just depending how much time we have. And then on our other black one, so as you notice, some will open this way and some will open to the top. So this one is going to go like this. It kind of doesn't matter on this pattern, but if we were using this other side, we will want to make sure that our leaves were going the correct orientation. And then our last one is this one on our block. And this is going to open side. I probably should have colored them first. Silly me, but it's okay. I will do the other ones first. So this one is going to stay this color. So let me get my bone folder. And again, this one is going to open like this. So I already have this one die cut. And these are the Textured Notes dies. And we're going to use that same stamp with Smoky Slate again. And just right on there, like so. And then we will put that on with dimensionals. If I can get the sticky off. I have that little bit of glue on me. And we'll just place that right like so. And we're going to use the basic, the Essentials Baker's Twine. I use this one. I can't remember if this is Smoky Slate or Gray Granite. But we're just going to tie a tiny bow. Put that on the front, my ribbon scissors, and a mini glue dot. So again, if you spend $35 in my online store, you will get all the stuff to make these 6 cards and the box, and then the PDF tutorial. For the month of April, I'm pretty much traveling the whole time. It's like after I get done with my BOGO, I'm going to be traveling a lot. So I haven't decided how I'm going to do my coffee and crafts. I'm actually thinking of restructuring it. I'm trying to get these antique pearls out. We're using the antique pearls because I want you guys to be able to actually craft along with me instead of, you know, waiting for your packet to come. So I think I'm like 99% sure. What I'll do is at the beginning of the month, advertise my coffee and crafts, and then you guys can purchase it that way, and then we can craft along together. Okay, so there's our card. I'm going to do all the insides at the end, but there's card number 1. So here's card number 2. And all I did with this one is actually I used Granny Apple Green and Old Olive. So this one is light Granny Apple. And I think I put my, no, we're opening the card this way. I was going to say, I think I did my leaves wrong. I should have, well, some are up, some are down. So this is Granny Apple Green. I just wanted to get those green tones in there. And over here, coloring in a hurry, which I'm going way outside the lines. Maybe I shouldn't hurry. Just, you can choose where you want to use your colors. You know, try to find all the same shape leaves one color. And it's actually, you kind of really can't tell a whole lot which are which. Did I just stick my head in the camera? So I sat here, told you guys I'm not going to color all these, and then here I am coloring it in. But just so you get an idea. And then what I did, okay, this was light. So then I just kind of went back with the dark and just kind of went over those dark areas with it. Just to add some texture instead of it being like the black. And then these will be the center. There's a little bit of darkness. Just like so. I usually color my leaves in, but since these already have all this texturing to them, you just kind of can go over it lightly. Okay, and then I'll do the same with the old olive. So I'll start out with light old olive. So usually, like I say, when I color my leaves, I pretty much always use old olive. But what I do is I'll color the bottom here like this. Then I'll do the line. And then I'll just kind of like blend the light in. But these leaves are already kind of like that. See how it's already kind of got the dark? So they kind of do what I do. But you know, you can color these any color just to add a pop of color to your little cards so that they're not all black and white. Okay. Old olive. Let's do one more. I actually should have did the ones where we're going to put the tag, which is like across this way. So then I could color the others, or you could actually even leave some of them just not colored in. I'll give it another texture to it. Okay. It's super easy. You can add color. And then you'll see with the blending, it's even easier. I should do that one, Granny Apple. So this adds some color again to your leaves. These colors almost look so similar. I can't tell which ones I did. Which ones are Granny Apple and which ones are Old Olive. I started to do, but you could even do like a darker, go Mossy Meadow and Granny Apple. So I ended up coloring the whole thing in. So that's how you do that. So now our sentiment, I die cut with this nice big die. And we are going to stamp it in Granny Apple Green. And since this sentiment was so long and we want it to fit on our card, I had to put it diagonal. So let's get some more dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. Take those off and put this just basically from corner to corner like so. Let's get our antique pearls. I love these antique pearls. I've been using them a lot. Have something, a piece of paper or something on the bottom. And then we're going to use that baker's twine again. This time we're going to use black, and we're just going to tie it around the edge of the card. Where's my other set of fingers? I'm going to do that so it's nice and tight. Sometimes I tie mine too tight. And then I kind of tear the cardstock. But I don't want my bows coming undone. Nobody wants bows coming undone. Oops, I'm pulling the wrong one. I need to pull this one. And this one. Okay, and there goes that one. Move my string over. And again, we'll put the white on at the end. So then there's that one. I gotta keep track of which ones need the white and which ones don't. Okay, so let's do this one now. So this one I'm gonna leave it flat for a minute because we're gonna do our blending. So I chose Poppy Parade. And my blending brush. And of course, when we blend, I'm gonna do it on here. We wanna top off some. And then again, it depends on how bright you want it. Now you could do this before, like, whoa, that was really bright there in the middle. But that's okay. If you want bright color, but you can do this beforehand, before putting it on your cardstock. I'm gonna try and make it brighter now that I got that one blotch of Poppy Parade there. So see, quicker than coloring it in, but there is our Poppy Parade one. Well, since I have Poppy Parade, I have this is another one of the dies, textured note dies. I think I actually might have to cut one. And then I need to clean this because we're going to use thank you again on this one. Use my chamois. And we're just going to stamp thank you right there. We can close our Poppy Parade up. And what I did with the black on this one, I wrapped it around a few times on my card. And then I just tied a knot. Oops. See, I did that too tight. Oh my goodness. Wasn't I just saying that? That I tie it too tight sometimes? But I did it so tight I might not be able to move it. Oh, there, it moved. So we just want to do a few. Oh, that's weird. Look, it came undone. How is it so tight and then it came undone? Crazy. But we're just going to tie this one in a knot. And then we're going to add a bow. And that just gives you some extra little, oops, strings hanging aside. We're going to tie a bow, use a mini glue dot, and add it. Again, just trying to add more to our card. Okay, where's my glue dots? Here's the first one. Glue dot. Gonna add that right there. Oops. And we need some dimensionals. Probably about 3. I hope I'm not getting out of the camera because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. But I think it covers my whole screen. Okay, let's fold this one in half. Burnish those score lines. It's nice and crisp. And we're just going to set that one right in the center. And if this seems too much, let's trim them. And then there's my bow one. I think those are okay. And there's our third card. Okay, oh yeah, well we're We're going to stamp some more once we get the white inside. Okay, so now for our gray. Wait, these are our black ones. Oh, here's our gray. I'm trying to figure out what pattern I used. So on this one, I'll color these real quick, the ones that we're going to use. So this one I did with a Stampin' blend. And you know, Stampin' blend's nice. So this, I'm just going to color it real quick with my daffodil. But the good thing about the Stampin' blends is you can, you know, make it as dark as you want, as light as you want. It's however much you want to put into it. If you want this color to be darker, you just keep on going over it. But, you know, my Daffodil Delights blends I use a lot. So you could tell my tip is pretty much shot. But there's our Daffodil Delight. So on this one, we are going to use, here's my other blending brush. We are going to use Azure Afternoon. This is the color that I like. And then this one we're using this backside, so we're not doing any coloring. So this is one of my favorite colors that I just don't use often enough. But again, I just wanted to add some color to this black and white paper. And just blend, blend, blend. And with the blends, you know, you can go as dark as you want as well. You just got to keep on going. Just like with the Stampin' blends. So blending is quicker if you're going to be doing a lot. I mean, you could do a whole 12 by 12 sheet blending super quick and then cut your pieces. Okay, so now we can glue these on. Which direction should we put our leaves? This way? This way? Maybe this way. Get my glue. I just stuck my finger. Why is it me and liquid glue are just not the best of friends? Because I just stuck my whole finger on the back side of the... So see, now I can fill this all. I probably need to use those my other fingers to hold my cardstock. And we'll do our daffodil. And with the blends, it comes through the back side. But even if you were to color it on the cardstock, it's not gonna absorb through the cardstock. Like, well, we use black on this one, but you can't, it didn't go through. Okay, so let's decorate this one first. Fold this in half, nice and crisp. And this one, we are going to use our stylish shaped square. So I did die cut all my pieces. I didn't think I had. I thought there was more I was going to be doing yesterday morning till that darn headache. So this is Daffodil Delight. And we're going to use this large Siddleys. So we have the large and we have the small. And just stamp. And that's so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then we are going to go over it with Smoky Slate. And we're going to do one to the side here and one to the side here. And just like that, easy peasy. This one opens like this to the top. So dimensionals. I'm trying to get that glue off my finger. Oops. It's amazing how sticky that glue can be. And it's hard to get off your fingers. But that just goes to show you it's really good glue. Okay, so we're just gonna put that one. We're gonna use our gray granite. I think this is gray granite. again. I always get my gray granite and my smoky slate. If I see them together, I know which is which. But I do use actually smoky slate a lot. And just put a bow there. And then where's our lovely pearls? Antique pearls. 1, 2, and 3. And that is our 4th card. And now we're gonna do this one because this one seems easy. They're all pretty easy, but so this one we're just gonna use our Nature on Spotlight circle die. I'm gonna pull that one out so I don't have to dig back in there. And we are going to stamp in smoky slate this like wood texture stamp. I don't know what you would call it. It's probably not even wood. It's like a basket weave. But we're going to stamp that right on there. Nice and light. Got to clean my thank you again. I use thank you on a lot of these because a lot of times at work, you know, like I said, you just need a little card and you need it in a hurry. You'll have it. You'll have a little thank you. Somebody brings you lunch or brings you a coffee, and then you have it, and they're going to be like, oh my God, she thanked me already. How cool is that? Right? I just think a lot of times when I was working, I wasn't really doing this till way later on. And, you know, a little thank you goes a long way. Very long way. So we're going to put that one on. We're going to put one of our pearls on each corner. Oh my goodness, you guys, I have to sneeze. Oh. Let's see if I can hold it. Oh my gosh, my nose is so tickly. So for this one, we're going to use the basic black and the gray granite. And we're just going to tie a double bow with both of them. Just like that. And then I need my glue dots. Oh, my nose. I think the tickling went away. Whew. I thought I was going to do a big old giant sneeze on you. And there is that card. So here's this one. The only reason I said this one would be hard. My nose. And it's not that it's hard. It's just, we're just going to wrap this around a few times. I don't know what I do, like 4. And there's different ways you could do this. You can put a glue dot in the center. Some people will use their snail. So I'm just going to run snail across just to show you. But I do have a glue dot down there already. Darn my nose. And then just kind of gather it in the middle. Usually I don't have 2 ends at the same side, so I'm going to cut these down. Just like that. And then now we're going to stamp our sentiment. So you can use seal or a glue dot. My nose. These darn allergies. Yesterday I was sneezing all day. So we're using Azure Afternoon. I did, but that's okay. We're going to throw a pearl on that just to hide that. And add some dimensionals. And put that right across like so. And like I said, we're going to add some pearls. We'll add a pearl here. We'll add a pearl here. I guess the same over here. And then Will my little one cover it? You can put one right there to cover up that boo-boo, and we'll add one over there just to even it out. So that's where you get the extra embellishments. I stamped too hard, that's why that happened. Okay, so there's our last card. So now let's get our white. And these are all going to be 2 7/8. It's as, oh, my trimmer. I forgot I broke it. I cannot believe I broke this, but let's hope that this is going to work. So we're going to cut this at 6. Oh my goodness. This thing's not going to, it's funny, but it's not. So again, we're going to go 2 7/8. Let me see how I'm going to keep this on here. 2 7/8. I do have another trimmer, but I got to go dig it out. 2 7/8. 2 7/8. And I'm going to turn this and get 2 7/8. Ooh, I gotta sneeze again. And I mean, I didn't even sneeze the first time, but my darn nose. Oh. I'm trying not to lift my thing because that's where it's broken. 2 7/8. And I'm not gonna cut all of these, but I'm gonna cut the ones that we do stamp inside. 2 7/8. I think I should be good with at least 4 of them. 2 7/8. Just because my trimmer's broken. Set that on my desk. So, okay, so this card here, I stamped on the inside with the big one. My chamois. And we need Azure Afternoon. And it just depends how much you want on that card where you're going to stamp it. So we can now adhere this one, and then this card will be complete. I cannot believe I broke my trimmer. I'm sure my husband will be able to fix it though. Okay, so that card is done. So let's move those aside. Next, which one shall we do? Did I do the inside on this one? No, this is plain. So this one I didn't stamp. So we're just gonna set that one aside for now because I don't think I have. This one I stamped thank you. So I need to clean thank you again. I use thank you quite a bit. And we're going to do that in Daffodil Delight. Make sure I got all that ink off of it. And this will just go right in the center. And get this thing out of the way before I stick my hand in it. And then we will add our glue. I really like this Daffodil Delight one. I don't know about you guys, but I think this one is my favorite. I just really like it. So then now that one is done. Okay, this one I didn't stamp on the inside. So we're not gonna do anything with that. Unless I could come back and, you know, come back and have enough to put them in. Let me clean this one. So this one we stamped with the small leaves, but this time in Poppy Parade, and I'm doing the opposite corner of what we did on the blue one. And you know, Stampin' Up! Used to sell 3x3 envelopes, and unfortunately they don't. I don't know why they discontinued them. Just like the slim lines, those are kind of envelopes, but I'm sure you could go onto Amazon and find them. I still have some Stampin' Up! 3x3s, but in case you don't, Amazon, of course, carries everything. So then there's that one. Oh, I didn't add my pearls to this one. Where did I just tossed my pearls aside? How did I miss that? I think I was so stuck on the bow. My bow that I didn't realize that I didn't put my pearls there. I think I did that last week too. I forgot to do something. I think I forgot to put, actually I think I have enough pieces of white to put. So this one we are going to stamp a little note of appreciation in smoky slate. So I'm sure this has to be cleaned again. Sorry for the squeakiness. This is smoky slate. A little note of appreciation. Ah! Ooh, good thing that was not like a juicy color. I don't know if I got it on my hands. If I got it on my hands, my cardstock's gonna have it. I have the fumbles like every week when I do a live. When I'm doing this without being live or video, I have no problems. So there is that one. So this one, yeah, I guess, why did I think I only cut 4? I actually did cut 6. So this one is just going to get a white. And remember, these are all 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Just an 1/8 inch smaller than the 3 by 3. So then there's those 2. We have these 2. This is the other one that didn't get a piece of, oh no, that has a white. It must be the, where's the other one? This one. That one doesn't have the white. So we're almost done. But aren't these cute? You know what else? These make cute little hostess gifts. You go over to someone's house for dinner and you have a little hostess gift. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. Now these ones are all done. I'm gonna move these aside because these will go in my other box. So let's open up our box. Put our cards in it. You know, even cute little teacher gifts. You go see the teacher for something, I don't know, check on your student, how they're doing, and just to give her a little gift. Like I said, a little thank you goes a long, long way. So I'm going to use this iridescent ribbon, and we are going to tie a bow over here on the side. I'm going to use my fingers again, and you know, somebody at the doctor's office. There's so many possibilities who you can give these to. You know, when I travel a lot. I always make up little card packets, and I give them to the airline people, the ones that are working at the gate or the check-in, and they are always so appreciative because, you know, a lot of times they get yelled at more than they get thanked. So a little thank you. There's our bow. And then put it in the center. And I bet you I put the dimensionals on the wrong side. No, I actually got them right for once. And just that simple little thank you tag. And there's our project. Isn't that so fun? How quick and easy, well, I don't know about quick and easy, but they are. Like I said, if you were going to make a lot of these, just blend all of your, you know, you could blend your 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. We need to add some pearls. You know, you can blend your 12 by 12 cardstock and then cut them. Let's say my pearls aren't cooperating all of a sudden. And so now, you know, I will be going to California to go see my oncologist for my, it's already another 6 months. And look, I have 2 boxes of cards that I could give to the assistants because I appreciate all that they do, and they've all been good to me. When I was going through all my treatments, I had such amazing people. So that makes, you know, because I did have to go through it alone since I was going through my treatments during COVID. So no family members, my husband, nobody could be there with me. My sister-in-law, she even actually worked in the same building where I was having my surgery, and they wouldn't even let her come down. So anyhow, I had good people with me, and so just a little nice note of appreciation. And there you go. Now I have 2, like I said, now I have 2 little thank you gifts to give. All right, everybody, thank you. Sorry again that this is a day late, thanks to my migraine. But I hope you guys enjoyed this project. If you do want the make and takes for this, just place a $35 order in my online store. Bye, everybody. Take care.